When Modi returned to power for the historic third time, many in the opposition claimed that this was no longer a 56-inch ki chhati and cast doubts on the stability of the government. They said that the Prime Minister now has to rely on two crutches of TDP and JDU. But the Modi 3.0 government powers ahead, delivering on one promise after another. BJP has released a video highlighting key achievements of Modi 3.0 Sarkar and also listing bold moves that are still to come. The video shows how probe agencies are cracking down in corruption cases and mentions the passage of the WAQF bill as a significant achievement of the government. The video ends with a teaser of central government's next potential milestone, saying UCC Loading. This comes less than a month after Union Home Minister Amit Shah delivered a big message of intent on UCC while speaking with me at the Times Now summit. In the exclusive conversation, this is what Amit Shah had to say. अमित शाह जी, आपने वक्फ बिल की बात करी, यूसीसी इसके बाद आ जाएगा, एक के बाद एक, क्या वक्फ के पीछे पीछे यूसीसी?
नहीं, पीछे पीछे क्या होता है? भारतीय जनता पार्टी की स्थापना से हम मानते हैं कि इस देश में कॉमन सिविल कोड होना चाहिए और इस देश की संविधान सभा ने तय किया। और मेरी पार्टी की स्थापना हुई तब से एक भी घोषणा पत्र ऐसा नहीं है जिसमें हमने नहीं कहा है कि हम यूसीसी लेकर आएंगे। हमने कहा था 370 हटाएंगे, हटा दिया। हमने कहा था राम मंदिर बनाएंगे, बना दिया। और हमने कहा था यूसीसी लेकर आएंगे, यूसीसी भी आएगा।
You're watching the News Hour at 9, debate number 2 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Joining the debate with Nalin Kohli and Sanjay Jha, Arishkaran Bhandari, advocate in the Supreme Court, and Professor Atikur Rahman, political analyst. But first to you, Nalin Kohli. Nalin Kohli, UCC loading. Are you ready to take on, the entire ecosystem when WAQF Act itself is facing a challenge in the Supreme Court? The video that's been put out by your party, is it just a teaser of things to come? Is this taking a position and taking it fairly and squarely?
Navika ji, I must point out the legal position. You don't know that. I mean, it's important to know. UCC is part of our constitution from day one, Article 44. It's not a fundamental right, it's part of the directive principles of state policy, but it means that the framers or the fathers of the constitution felt that there has to be a uniform civil code in our country. That is the constitution we swore ourselves onto. That is the constitution that we have to finally work towards. So this is a pending objective, a constitutional objective that is still pending after 75 years. It has nothing to do, will have nothing to do with the ecosystem. The ecosystem is working against the constitution. They don't want Article 44, the Uniform Civil Code, to come because they believe that this is a vote bank issue for them. For the BJP, it's about the constitution being implemented in its entirety. So
then
therefore,
why have you waited 11 years?
Is not
why have you waited 11 years? Sanjay Jha smiling there. Sanjay Jha, if it's part of the constitution, why have we waited 77 years for it?
You know, Navika, I read these so-called achievements of this government, which they're calling Modi 3.0. This is not a Modi government, by the way. It's a coalition government. It can be at best called an NDA 2.0, whatever they want to call it. Here is the truth. The truth is, I saw some of their achievements, and guess what they're talking about? Mehul Choksi. I mean, for God's sake, you gave him a red carpet send-off. He is not going to be extradited in a hurry. The money that was looted was 13,000 crores, Nalin, which if you compound at an overdraft interest of 12% is worth 35,000 crores loot of the PNB scam. Nothing has come back and you're calling it an achievement. That tells you what a hollow, absolutely shambolic document it is. You have no achievement. There are no jobs. The economy is in a funk. The society is fractured. Foreign policies are monumental
touche,
disaster.
Sanjay Jha. You're the one who loaded Mehul Choksi and Nirav Modi with all the loans in the world and allowed them to build their, build their empires the way they did. But this is not a debate on Mehul Choksi. This is a debate on the UCC. Why are you running away from the question on UCC? It is there in the constitution. It should have been implemented. Why was it not implemented?
Navika,
and if the BJP is doing it now, would you support it?
Navika, there are many items in the directive states in our policy which have not been implemented. You can see the example of WAQF amendment bill, which has made them actually even abuse the Supreme Court. Whenever you rush a bill without discussing transparently with the stakeholders, because you have a political agenda, you're going to get a backlash.
What do you expect? Ishkaran Bhandari, what do you expect? A government should not have a political agenda. A government comes on the basis of its manifesto, of its agenda, and it is mostly a political agenda that they want to come out with. Now, just because the Congress party doesn't have much in its political agenda, should the BJP also not have?
Yes.
Yeah, but this is a polarizing agenda, Navika.
Ishkaran.
Navika ji, I will tell you. It's a question to me. Let me answer. Navika ji, I will tell what Congress expects because the Congress did it. If an old woman with multiple children goes to Supreme Court to get maintenance and the Honorable Supreme Court gives her maintenance, the famous Shah Bano case, then the Congress expects that old woman should not get maintenance. They want to maintain their vote bank and they bring a special law. Where was the respect for judiciary then, which they are talking right now? Where was the respect for judiciary when they superseded judges? Where was the respect for judiciary when they brought in emergency? Where was the respect for constitution when they suspended your Article 21 basic right to live? Forget about your right to speech. So please, if you get used to the fact that for vote bank you want women to suffer, not have equal rights, not have property rights, not move into the new century. In fact, they should have moved into that century in 1947 or maybe in 1950s, 60s when the Hindu Code Bill was coming. But even at that time, there were socialist leaders who said, do our Muslim sisters not deserve justice? Why is only a Hindu Code Bill coming? Why is a Uniform Code Bill not coming? Because the constitution envisaged that you will bring a uniform civil code, not a Hindu Code
appeasement
Bill,
and vote bank politics held it off for so long.
Atikur Rahman coming now.
Atikur Rahman, would you welcome a uniform civil code? Because it's something which is part of the BJP's manifesto and they say it's loading. Thoda buffering ho raha hai, but it is loading and it's probably the next step. Ready for it?
So since when it is on the BJP manifesto, Navika ji? How many decades? And did the founding fathers said that the tribal woman does not have equal rights? It will be out of the UCC and there will be a UCC for Uttarakhand. There will be another UCC for UP, another for Goa, another for Maharashtra. Is this a uniform civil code, Mr. Kohli? Where is equality? Where is gender justice? Where is equality? Just tell me. Was this the aim of the founding fathers? Now you are keeping all the fuss about it, and since decades you are just saying that where is the draft, Mr. Kohli? Where is the draft? Can we discuss it?
Nalin Kohli, respond.
I must thank Professor Atikur Rahman. Because in effect, he wants the uniform civil code and he wants a national one to come in parliament. So I think, for a support of uniform civil code, we are always happy to hear that. And what he's saying is, I don't want it state by state, I want the national. He's angry with the Congress party for 55 years, not bringing a draft. But now he should be satisfied that once we are saying we'll bring it, we'll show it. So I mean, what the Congress didn't do in 55 years, we are going to do in less than 15 years. That's a huge progress. Some of our states have already done it, like Uttarakhand. Goa has had it for decades. So I think Atikur Rahman is a supporter of the UCC and we must thank him for that.
Well, clearly the BJP not going back. Atikur Rahman, you have a problem with that?
Where is gender justice and gender equality in the name of the Quran, in the name of the Vedas? If the women are deprived of their rights, as the Supreme Court points out every now and then, I am asking you, where is the draft wherein you can ensure then gender justice and gender equality.
Shabano, you didn't have a question when Shabano verdict was overturned by a law that was brought in by the Congress party. Now suddenly you're very worried about gender justice.
Did he support?
Navika ji,
support the triple talaq case?
I was 8 years old. I was 8 years old at the time of Shabano. Sir, I was 8 years old.
बाद में ही कर
I
लेते.
didn't supported Shabano. But you took the Babri Masjid unlocking of it. If that was appeasement, Navika ji, was the unlocking of the Babri locks by Rajiv Gandhi not appeasement of the Hindus?
But how is Babri Masjid related to gender rights? I've not understood that.
Babri Masjid, gender rights, all come into one. But UCC after WAQF, if that's the route the BJP and the government is going to take, what can we expect in Parliament when this bill comes up is the big question. We leave it at that. Thank you very much to all our viewers for joining us, and thank you to my panelists for joining me on the News Hour tonight. With that, it's a wrap on the News Hour. Good night, be safe. I'll see you tomorrow on the News Hour at 9.